Fueling number one of the day, the yogurt berry blast blended with about a cup of ice and a cup of water. So this is how I'm starting my day this morning. I love making this biscuit at work, and I got these great Laughing Cow cheeses from my Secret Santa that I've kept at work. And I think this is the bacon cheddar one. Oh my goodness, it's just delicious to make this on my little waffle maker at work. It's such a great hot meal. Hi, I'm back, and it's not time for me to eat again, but I've had such a busy day that I wanted to take time, now that I'm home, to reflect a little bit. And I was doing that in my mind as I was thinking about what I was fixing for dinner. I'm like, I need to film a little bit of this because I'm just going to think out loud for a little bit. And while I'm talking to you, I want you to know what I'm doing because you're going to see me busy, but I'm getting dinner ready for tonight. So I'm taking some of my zucchini and I'm shredding it on a shredder, and then it goes on this cheesecloth, and then I can wring all of the juice, the liquid out of it, and I use my zucchini as a base for one of my favorite recipes, which is what I'm making tonight, the zucchini pizza casserole. And so I'm doing that as I'm talking to you a little bit. But one of the things, as you noticed, I'm doing a what I eat in the day again video filming for you. And today is Wednesday at work. And so you've already seen 3 fuelings that I've had today because I changed my eating times for this semester at work to 7:30, 10:30, and 1:30. Now, the main reason that I did that was because just like everywhere else in this world right now, we are shorthanded at school with staff. And so that means, besides doing my regular duties as an administrator, I also need to do other things too to help out. And one of those is we're shorthanded in our cafeteria right now. So for 2 hours of the day, we have, about 750 students going to our cafeteria, and there's just not adequate supervision, staff to watch them because we're shorthanded. So I changed my schedule a little for this semester to try to help out, and so I'm really trying to be in the cafeteria for 1 to 2 hours each day to help out with that. And the other building administrator and I are kind of sharing that. Anyway, long story there, but from 10:30 to 12:30 is when we have 720 some kids in the cafeteria that need to be watched and supervised and overlooked. So I'm doing more of that. So when I'm in the cafeteria, I'm not eating in the cafeteria. I'm supervising kids and working through cafeteria issues. So I changed my eating time, so I'm eating at 10:30 before I go to the cafeteria, and then once 3 hours later is when I get back at 1:30. So that is working pretty well. But that's not really what I was thinking about when I was getting ready to make dinner, and it was my day-to-day, how busy it was, and how that's normal. That's normal as an administrator to be really busy during the school day. But one thing I know about myself, when it gets really busy and hectic, I just like to deal with everything at school and work and not take time to even go to the bathroom. I've got a situation I'm dealing with, or multiple situations, and I love what I do. I love what I do for work, and I find it very rewarding and challenging. And because of that, I deal with everything, and I put my own healthy habits to the wayside. For example, in the past, it's been, I don't need to eat at work because I can just fast, and then I'll eat when I get home, and then I don't have to take time to stop and take a few breaths and eat anything. I can just do my job and you know, that's a good saver all around. I save calories, I get more work done, I'm more productive. But you know what I've learned over this past year of doing things differently this time is that's not good. You know, we all need to take some time in our day and stop and pause and drink some water and get up and move around a little bit and take time to eat and, you know, go to the bathroom. And that's important for our sanity too, and our health. Our health is really important. And this school year, because I've been doing OPTAVIA, I've been very regimented about eating every 2 to 3 hours and getting some movement in. And man, I tell you what, I'm sold that makes me feel better overall. And I love, because OPTAVIA is so fast. I mean, those fuelings, like you saw those 3 little videos here I put at the beginning, you saw that, I mean, that takes no time at all to prepare something and eat it. You know, you're talking maybe 5 minutes, but a lot of times it's just a couple minutes. And, you know, it's not like I'm taking an hour lunch break or anything like that, but just those few minutes to focus on something else, take a deep breath, drink some water, go to the bathroom, helps you regroup. And the nutrition in them is great, and it makes me feel like when I come home, I'm not famished. And so, man, I am sold on the nutritional aspects of eating every few hours, eating small portions, and keeping your carbs low. Now, I'm not saying no carbs at all. I'm not saying that at all. But getting the sugars out of your diet, focusing more on protein and healthy fats, I feel better. Anyway, I just, you know, today was a really good example of how, you know, I wanted to film what I ate in a day, and I did, kind of. I mean, it's fast, I know, and I didn't have time to stop and think. But when I got home today, I'm like, you know, I want to stop and think about what I'm doing and how it's affecting me. And I tell you what, this is a win. It really is a win. It's definitely a change in how I have thought about nutrition, food, taking a little time, water. And that change has happened and really been this school year. I've never had a school year where I have felt like I was managing stress in the most healthy way for my body. You know, there's been some years that I've managed stress, back when I was much younger, in my 20s and 30s, I was a smoker. And I can remember young in my teaching career, we'd go outside and smoke on our planning period. You know, I mean, you're talking almost 30 years ago. But I can remember a friend of mine that taught with me, you know, we would take smoke breaks rather than eat lunch. But I mean, it was a way to deal with stress. And then, you know, as I got into being an administrator, you know, that's been a long time ago now. I'm aging myself. But, you know, coming home and having cocktails at night to calm yourself down and relax, that was our stress reliever and has been. And it's only been this school year that I've changed that habit. I mean, consistently changed that habit of not dealing with stress by eating, drinking, abusing my body in different ways, whether it's smoking or, you know, there was one point in my life where I felt like I had my nutrition in a great spot, and I lost a bunch of weight, but I was really killing myself at the gym and hurting my body, you know, like hurting my body physically. Like my knees have never recovered. I tried to, you know, run and just do really intense activity, so that I could eat more even and deal with stress that way. And looking back, you know, I hurt my body over time. That just does that, especially when you're overweight or you yo-yo. Anyway, I feel like I'm in a great place right now. And there's just been some major changes this year with how I've approached eating and physical activity. And much for the better. 2 years ago, I dabbled with some fasting and intermittent fasting, and then a couple days fast. And while I could lose weight, I felt horrible, and that didn't help me deal with stress at all. So I don't think that was really a healthy way for me to do it now. And that led to me then overeating in abundance when I did eat. So that wasn't good either. Anyway, I'm sold on eating every few hours and making my food choices, lower carb, a lot of vegetables, green vegetables. I'm sold on that for sure. And the activity. Now I am getting some activity in, and I know that is another way to deal with stress, but I have to be careful with it because I don't want to hurt my body. But I'm doing some more walking, and I've started incorporating some weight training, and I actually joined the gym again that we have by my school. And they have a pool, so I can do some of my walking in the pool area to help my knees and things, because I do want to be in physically strong shape. Dealing with arthritis or bad knees or being extremely overweight, once you do start losing weight, or if you're not active, by the time you're my age, your body just starts being very, very sore and tired from lack of use. And so I don't want it to be that way. So I'm really focusing on a lot of stretching, some conditioning, strength training, more than the cardio. To me, the cardio and that intense sweat you get and that rush of endorphins, that's very helpful with stress. I do think that. I think that it helps get the stress out of your body, but I have to be careful not to overdo it because of the amount of stress. Then you want to hurt your body almost in a way, if that makes sense, and then it does long-term damage to me. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I have my zucchini out here, and I'm getting ready for my dinner tonight, and so I will make sure and shoot a few clips about the rest of what I eat today on this Wednesday. But wanted to reflect, since I really haven't had any time today to do that, even to my own self, to reflect on my day and my eating. And so I thought, well, I'll just do it now because I was thinking about it in my mind, and I'll shoot a little video as I do it, because I know some of you watch me to be inspired, and you maybe some of these things ring true with you as well. And trying to share a little bit based on my history. I've had a weight struggles my entire life. I was on Weight Watchers the first time when I was 12 and 13 years old. And while I've learned a lot about nutrition and exercise and healthy eating habits over the years, even though you can have a lot of knowledge, sometimes you don't put it into practice. And I'm really finding what the practices are that are working for me now as I'm at the age of 50 and going forward. So hopefully I've learned a lot from these past 50 years, that I can make some really great changes to make sure that for the next 50 years I have a really balanced, healthy life. You're moving the camera. Hold on for just a second. It is time for my lean and green, and I'm having the zucchini pizza casserole. So it's what's for dinner tonight, and then I still have 2 fuelings left for this evening. It's time for my 4th fueling of the day. So I have the chocolate mint crisp bar that I'm going to have tonight, along with a hot cup of decaffeinated caramel macchiato. And let me say, yeah, I got to display it in my Chiefs mug because you know we're from Kansas City, so we got to support our Chiefs. So this is the fourth fueling of the day, and I still have one left for tonight before I go to bed. Time for my last fueling of the night, and of course it is the brownie with PB2 on it. Love this, delicious. Almost every night it's my last fueling. Very rarely that it's not. Sometimes I make it a different way, but this is pretty much it almost every night. Well, it is Friday and I am so excited because this weekend I have a 3-day weekend. School is out for Martin Luther King Day on Monday, and so I am just sitting here waiting to get my groceries. It's Friday afternoon after school, and Price Chopper is a little bit behind on my grocery order, but I was going to take a few minutes to tell you about my weigh-in this morning. And I've been reflecting on my week. Really had a great week this week. You know, we have been super short-handed at school, and so everybody's been filling in everywhere for everybody because, you know, the Omicron strand has hit Kansas City area hard. A lot of schools have had to just shut down for a day or two because they don't have enough staff to work. And we're in that same boat too, but we're still working and we're still trying to make it work, combining classes, doing really unique things. Anyway, we got through another week, but I want to tell you, this last 2 weeks of school, although it's been very difficult with staff shortages, and from what I'm hearing, that's everywhere, in every line of work. But actually, I really feel like we've had 2 pretty darn good weeks of school as far as our students are concerned. And today was a great day. It was probably the best Friday I've had at school all year long, all school year long. And I don't know if it's because the students are finally getting settled into a routine. And, you know, we've started second semester. We've been in school 2 full weeks now. And yeah, there's been lots of sub shortages and teacher shortages and bus driver shortages, but you know, for the most part, it still felt like a really good week of school. And anyway, I was glad to have it, and today was a great Friday at school. The calmest Friday we've ever had, which is really surprising to me. Now, we do have our attendance on student attendance was like, I don't know, 90% today, and normally we're a lot higher than that, but so we've got some kids gone, they're sick, but it was a good day at school. It was a good day on the scale too. So this morning when I hopped on the scale, I found that I had lost another pound this week, so I'm really excited to put up my chart right now and show you on where I'm at for my going towards my 100 pounds lost. So got to mark off another pound for this week. So another pound down. Super excited. Other thing I did this week was I went ahead and I joined our local YMCA gym, and I got there 3 or 4 days this week, and you know, it took a day at a time. I'm not doing anything crazy to hurt my legs or my knees or anything like that. I used the pool one day, did some water walking and some water exercises. The other days I did about a mile on the treadmill, and then I did some exercises, some upper body weight training one day, a couple days, and then another day I did my leg weight training. So nothing major, intense, just trying to get some strength training done a little bit just to feel good about that, and stretched every day, so that was helpful too. So very successful week. Hopefully my groceries are about ready to pick up, and I've got my meal plan already planned out for next week. I did get a video uploaded this past week's meal planning and video, what I ate, And so I uploaded that, I think, earlier this week, Wednesday or Thursday, for everybody to watch. So I hope that gave you some great ideas. I will continue to do that. I also worked on making that sour cream beef bake video. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got some editing to do on that. That'd be a little something I'd work on this weekend. So you may see it in a few days too. But that's it for this week. This is what I ate in a day, one day this week. You can see of all the footage that I shot before. And this is how my week turned out. So looking forward to a weekend to relax, recoup, and read. I'm going to do some more reading. I'm right in the middle of a great book. One of the books that I bought last weekend was Where the Crawdads Sing. I'd never read that one before. I know a lot of people have because it's been on the bestseller list for a few years now, but I'm right in the middle of it, and it's fabulous, really fantastic. So probably finish that book up this weekend. And we have a Chiefs playoff game. Yes, go Chiefs. Yeah, today's Red Friday. So we have a playoff game Sunday night. So looking forward to watching that with my husband, and then I don't have to get up early Monday morning, so I can stay up late and watch the game if I want to. But that's all. I hope you guys have a great week.